Hello, once again, this is Antonio, and I'm coming at you with another exciting video. I'm lost for words because sometimes when keeping it real goes wrong, it is not good. A lot of people do things, right? And this is what I tell my child: you can't unsay things because words are like cracked eggs. Once you crack that egg, it's cracked. Either you're going to use it or you got to dispose of it. You got to get rid of it. But in this case, this woman's bold revenge landed her in jail for a long, long time. All right, so it's according to her, just give a recap of what's going on, just in case you want to watch this video because it's really intriguing. She said that peoples were bothering her, basically trying to jump her. They pull her hair from the scalp, according to her. Now, what she did to get her revenge was she cooked up this concoction and she squirted it in the defendant's face. Now, this hindsight, they do not show the defendant's face. So I don't want you to come back, oh, Team Tiggio, why they don't show the face? Why they don't show the face? This on her words of what happened. This is Judge Simpson going back and forth with her, and she's telling Judge Simpson all of the anger management classes and all the classes that she have taken. Then he was like, you got $100 fine and 365 days with which you possibly already served. Then she was like, when do I pay my fine? He said, when do you get out? Well, I got 15 more years. 15 more years on top of what she already did. This is ridiculous. She's going to get out in 2039 over the revenge. Nevertheless, thank you for watching the video, or thank you getting ready to watch the video, rather. Hit that notification bell, hit the like button. You can support the channel through Cash App or Super Chat. Without further ado, let's dive into it.
Okay. Your Honor, today is the date and time set for sentencing. I did review the PSI. I was unable to meet with Ms. Collier to review it with her. I do believe that it's accurate. It is a credit for time served recommendation. So I guess I would ask Ms. Collier if she would like to review it. I'd ask for an adjournment, or if she's okay with me reviewing it and she wanted to move forward today.
I'm okay with you reviewing it. I'm okay with your decision. I'm ready to move forward with it today.
She just doesn't want to come back and see me. That's all right. That's all right, Ms. Collier. No, that's okay. I'm not offended. Don't worry about it. All right.
No.
Regarding the PSI, then, Your Honor, I did review it and I don't have any changes, additions, or deletions. Again, it is a credit for time served sentence. Ms. Collier has been in MDOC for quite some time now, and we'd ask that you adopt that recommendation.
All right, Ms. Collier, is there anything you'd like to say before I impose sentence?
Yes, sir. I had wrote something.
Uh-oh. That looks like a big piece of paper. Go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. First, thank you. First, I'd like to express my silent remorse for this crime. I want to say that I took full responsibility for this crime, and that is why I pled guilty in preventing wasting more of the taxpayers' money with the trial. Please allow me to explain why I committed this crime. I had a head full of hair that was in dreadlocks, and this plaintiff and her girlfriend followed me into the restroom and accosted me, and the plaintiff cotton pulled my hair out from the roots, and it would never grow back, while her girlfriend, Chris Jackson, held me from the back. As you can see, my hair is ruined forever. This is why I have to wear this hijab. My hair was pulled out the night before.
Okay. Gotcha.
This happened the night before of the incident. So now I have a head covering detail until it grow back in. It's slowly making progress and taking vitamins forward and stuff like that. What else? I'm almost done. As you can see, my hair is ruined forever. I was so ashamed and angry. I wanted to leave a lasting and equal impression on her as well. So I hid from the officer in the dark day room and boiled some liquids to burn his plaintiff. I did not want to be labeled as a snitch or a weak person for allowing them to jump me the night before. So I retaliated when I should have just told the CO what they had done to me. Instead, I took matters into my own hands, which was wrong. Since then, I voluntarily signed up for and completed a group called Beyond Violence. This is my certificate.
Okay.
I just completed it. Do you see it?
Yes, I can see it.
I'm almost done. A couple more sentences. And completed it and received a positive certificate that I have with me now. Also a before picture of me, and you can see what my hair looks like now. This was a before picture before my hair was pulled out. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am. I see it.
I regret my actions, and by no means am I saying that I had a good reason, but I'm being honest about my reasons at the time of the incident. I'm taking my group, and after taking my group, I realized the error of my decision, and I'm asking this court for leniency today with my word that I will never do anything like this again. Thank you for your valuable time and consideration, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you. It is, and I will not impose a consecutive sentence. It's not recommended, and I'm not going to do that. I will order the sentence of the court, $125 statutory fees. Those are state fees. And then 365 days incarceration credit for the 365 that you served during this. Okay. And good luck to you, Ms. Collier.
So I paid $125.
Yep, you can pay $125.
Okay, how do I do it?
When are you scheduled to get out?
I got like 15 more years left.
Then I'm not going to worry about it.
Okay.
Hey, when you got it. Okay.
Thank you, sir. So thank you. Have a blessed day.
Thank you, Ms. Collier. You take care.
You too, sir. Thank you.
Given all the prior attempts to get Mr. Howard to complete the terms of his probation, at this time, probation is recommending 93 days of jail, credit for 8 days served, to serve the balance, waive remaining terms, accept the financial obligations, and discharge him from probation without improvement.
I did speak with Mr. Howard yesterday in the jail. We did discuss the violation of probation. As for explanation of why he did not complete these things, Mr. Howard has been homeless, I guess, since the last VOP. He was evicted from his home. He and his family were living in a motel, his fiance and 3 children. He also has a child on the way that's due in December. He's just now getting back on his feet. He was able to secure housing through Hawk. He's also been utilizing their social services through SOS. He even told me he just recently got a cell phone, and the family got new numbers because they've been struggling so hard. He's also looking at getting back to work after finding housing and stabilizing that area of his life at a plant for Frasia.
Yeah. And so 6 SOS is helping me get some security.
Okay. He did indicate SOS is attempting to help get him Social Security as well. This is a non-violent crime. There is restitution that Mr. Howard said he's going to pay once he gets back to work. I'd ask the court to discharge him from probation, instruct him to pay that money that's owing, and let him keep working on getting stabilized, he and his family.
Mr. Howard, anything you want to say, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. I just want to say that it's been a really rough, hard time. Me and my family has been homeless. We've been in and out of motels. Even myself, I've had to sleep in the woods myself to make sure my family was good. We're SOS, they were in an Alpha house, and there wasn't enough room for me. So I had to do what I had to do, was sleep out there where they were, safe to where they were. but it's been a long, rough journey. We finally are getting back on track. We finally got housed. Everything is starting to go up and move forward. I'm trying to get my license back. Everything is just starting to go on now. And I'm just asking for a little bit of lenience so this can keep going forward and I can do the right thing. And I will pay everything that I owe.
Okay, and I appreciate everything that's been said, but throughout this thing since 2020, I kept giving you a chance to just get things right. I get people running into difficulties. If at any point you had let probation know the difficulties, then we would have probably done something else or tried to do that, tried to work with you on this. But now we come down to here. How'd you end up in custody?
I was with a friend that got pulled over.
He had that's what I'm saying. You've got time to do that, but you don't have time to just come down.
It was actually work. I was actually working. So that's
okay. That's fine. I'm just saying you had time to do that, and all it was going to take was for you just to stop into probation at any given point in time.
I was trying everything I could. We didn't have phones. We lost our phones. I tried everything I could to do. I have babies. I got a 3-year-old.
Mr. Howard, if you took the same time or even a lot less time that it took for you to contact Hawk and SOS to just let probation know what was going on with you, this goes differently.
I understand that, yeah. Is there any way that I could be placed on maybe a tether till I can get everything paid off or something other route?
I'm out of time.
So I could be with my kids and my family?
I'm out of time. I tried to work.
I
tried, Mr. Howard. I tried
one more chance.
Mr. Howard, I've given you 2. I've tried it, and then you disappear. If at any point you had stepped in here, and anybody knows how I work, if at any point you had stepped in here and said, "Here's where I am, Judge," even if you don't go to probation, and just say, "Here's where I am. Can I get another shot to do this?" I probably don't have a problem with that. But you did none of that. And quite frankly, had you not been stopped and picked up, you wouldn't be here now. Even.
I know that. Yeah.
Sentence of the court, 93 days in jail. Give him credit for 8 to serve. Defendant is to serve the balance. I'll waive all other remaining terms except his financial obligations. Discharge him from probation. Thank you.
Teresa Claire on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Mr. Olson is before the court for a violation of probation hearing. Mr. Olson was sentenced in this case December 13, 2023. Mr. Olson has done nothing with his probation. He failed to report after sentencing. He owes a balance of $1,525. He's made no payments. He failed to sign and return his probation order, failed to complete substance abuse treatment, the assessment and or treatment, including a mental health assessment and or treatment. He failed to report to community corrections for his random weekly drug testing. And he has also failed to report to this court on prior violation of probation hearings in April, May, and in June. He would then submit a bench warrant recall request that again he would not appear. Given all of that, probation is asking that the court sentence him to 93 days in jail, credit for 25 days served, to serve the balance, complete the in-jail Dawn Farm program, waive remaining terms, accept his financial obligations, and discharge him from probation without improvement.
I did speak with Mr. Olson regarding the VOP. I think Mr. Olson's issue has been that he has tried to complete some of the terms, but has not fully been able to get there. For example, when I was reading through what he hasn't done, he said, well, I did call probation, but he didn't show up in person. When I read that he didn't do his treatment. He said, well, I did call Bear River, but I wasn't able to get up there. He has
Bear River comes and gets you, but go ahead.
Or hasn't been able to complete the intake or whatever happened.
Yeah.
I think his limitations come from he told me he's not working. He doesn't have any transportation. He doesn't have a car. He doesn't have a license. He's been living with his mother and taking care of his pregnant fiance. He's been trying to keep his head above water. I will tell the court
How did he get picked up?
His mother.
My mother was going out of country to deliver a package. She's a package carrier. I had to wake her up to find out when she'll be there because I was planning on going to work, and the police department, the state police, picked me up.
I think he's been trying to keep his head above water, trying to care for his pregnant partner, trying to get work, trying to help support his mother. I do know he has the support of her. As the court may know, she's called probation, she's called the prosecutor's office, she's called my office, she's called the court, trying to get someone to help Mr. Olson. I do think if he were in touch with Ms. Pilara, he would be successful in probation, but that connection hasn't been made, obviously. I think Mr. Olson is someone who needs a little bit more support to complete the terms. I mean, he expressed a lot of confusion to me about what he needed to do and what was going on. I think he's been struggling with, like I said, completing the things he needs to do without someone kind of ushering him through it. He does have more time on probation. I'd ask the court to give him a chance to complete the terms that he needs to complete.
Anything you want to say, sir?
I apologize for anything I've done wrong. And
April 10th of 2024, I had to issue a bench warrant because you didn't show up at your violation of probation hearing. You submitted a recall. We reset it. May. Same thing. Didn't show up. And issued a recall. Usually we wouldn't recall it. We recalled it. We reset it in June. June 12th comes around. What happens? You don't show up. I would agree with everything Ms. Parony says in terms of, yeah, you might need help getting through some of this. Maybe. I don't know. But it's impossible for us to determine because anytime that we're setting a hearing for you, you're not here.
yes, sir. That's why I was apologizing, sir. Your Honor.
Sent to the court, 93 days in jail, credit 25, defendant to serve the balance. He's to complete the Dawn Farm in jail program. I'll waive remaining terms, accept his financial obligation, discharge him from probation without improvement. Thank you.
Your Honor, I'm not really seeing, never saw my probation officer and they told me 10 days.
What?
They told me 10 days the last time I spoke to them.
They told you 10 days for what?
I think that he's referring to
met the
prior.
probation officer.
Ms. Blair, on behalf of probation, Your Honor, Mr. Hunter is scheduled before the court for a review hearing on a prosecutor deferred sentence. Mr. Hunter has all terms completed excepting the monies. Mr. Hunter, you know, as the court remembers, was not in good standing initially. And the court has worked with him. Mr. Hunter has reported to me and has stayed in communication with the probation department. He actually came in and made another payment to this court on Monday of $60. His owing balance currently is $458. I know that Mr. Hunter was working not only with this court, but with 14B as well. So he was trying to stay, or he's trying to stay compliant with both courts. Given that Mr. Hunter has made a drastic change from when he first started, is now reporting and, you know, attempting to make payments Probation is recommending that the court extend the prosecution's deferred sentence one more time for a period of 5 months, that Mr. Hunter paid $58 by the end of this month, July 31st, then $100 per month, that he continue all terms as previously ordered, with a new review hearing date being set December 11th, 2024 at 9 a.m. And I'm not sure if Mr. Hunter wants to explain more of why he couldn't have this balance paid by today. I'll leave that up to you.
No objection from us. Mr. Hunter, would you like to say something to the court?
Yes, the reason I have not been paying is because I'm going through a lot with, I'm getting custody of my daughter now. And so I had to buy her a bed and all new clothes and everything. So that's why I haven't been paying. And I have been taking care of 14, is that B? And plus child support is taking majority off my money. So that's why I haven't been paying so much.
I think that there was a situation.
Go ahead.
I think that there was a situation where Mr. Hunter had to take on full custody of his daughter.
Right.
So there was an issue there. And so he had to get his home in order, you know, and it had to be inspected to make sure that, you know, his child was coming and everything was, you know, as expected. Yeah. Or required.
Right.
Hunter, what caused you to grow up?
I have a daughter now.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought for sure that we were gonna come down to a day I was just gonna have to throw you in jail.
Did that once.
I know I threw him in jail once, but I just thought I was gonna have to give out the remit. What changed you? Your daughter?
Yes.
How old's your daughter?
She's 6 now.
And all you're doing is trying to just take care of her.
Just keep her happy. Because her relative just passed away, so I'm trying to keep her happy the most I can.
How much has he paid total?
No, it's like 2 something.
You got any? You got the one thing out there pending at 14B. How's that going?
All I have to do is finish community service, then I'm off probation. So I'm doing community service for them.
Your Honor, the fine started originally at $605. His balance is $458. 147. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
But he just came in and made a voluntary payment, right? I mean,
He has been. He made a payment in May, although it was small. And then again, there was the issues with the death of the sibling, and now he has his daughter. And so he wasn't able to pay because he had to get his home, things in his home, and it had to be, you know, signed off by CPS. And so he was in communication with me about what was going on. And obviously, you know, I wanted his money to go to get his home in order. And then he came up and brought a $60 payment because he wanted to show the court that he is trying.
Hunter, what have you learned from this case?
To stop doing dumb things and to stop using drugs and alcohol and to better my behavior.
And you're going to pass that along to your daughter?
Yes, I am.
And I don't know that there's any more that I can ask from you. So here's what I'm going to do. But if you show back, I got a long memory. You know that, right?
Yes, sir.
You show back up in my court, we're going to have a problem. But now you're being a father, you're trying to do the right thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to waive the entirety of the balance in this case. I'm going to dismiss this case under the prosecutor's deferred sentence, discharge you from probation, and close this case out. You go take care of that 6-year-old girl.
Thank you.
You're
Good
welcome.
luck to you, Mr. Hunter.
Thank you, Teresa.
Take care, man.
You too.
Okay, so thank you for tuning in to that video. It was, I won't say it was tough to watch because that's not true. It was astonishing how she was so cheerful about her accomplishments in jail. And I don't understand how people got to feel like you'll get people, right? They'll work. I mean, they won't work. I'm sorry. They won't work and say what $19 or $20 is too much for, I mean, not enough money for me. But then they'll go to jail and become trustees and stop picking up trash on the side of the street for 35 cents an hour. And they will be happy as a kid in the candy shop overdoing it. This lady was so happy about her accomplishments and her angry management. Judge Simpson even had to smile and chuckle with her in the end. But guess what he's going to do after her trial is over and the other trials? He's going to get in his bed as a free man. Revenge didn't have to go this far. You didn't have to cook up that concoction and squirt it in people's faces. This landed you in jail for 15, 16 years. Without further ado, this is Antonio with Team Tiggio. You can support the channel through Cash App, Super Chat. Hit the notification bell, like this video, and we'll see you in the next